The moment I realized I'd become invisible to enemies was surreal. It wasn't gradual, but a sudden shift. A profound disconnect from the threat that had been my constant companion. One minute, I was a target, the next, I was not. It's a bizarre sensation, like walking through a crowded room, and having everyone's gaze slide past. Not out of disrespect, but non-recognition. My footsteps, usually met with a defensive posture, now echoed in a vacuum of awareness. The tension in my gut dissipated, replaced by a disorienting calm. Imagine the relief of no longer being seen as a threat. It felt like shedding an impossibly heavy cloak. This newfound invisibility wasn't about physical concealment, I was still there. Instead, it was as if a veil had dropped, severing the link between myself and those who sought to harm me. Their predatory instincts simply bypassed me. It was as if I had stepped out of their reality. This opened up possibilities. Navigating heavily guarded areas became easier. Patrols would march right by, their eyes scanning the very space I occupied without registering my presence. Conversations about me, plans that had previously been whispered, now took place as if I weren't even in the room. It was a double-edged sword. While it granted me safety, it also brought isolation. To be unseen is to be unacknowledged. The absence of conflict was replaced by an absence of connection. Still, the advantage was undeniable. I could gather intelligence with impunity, observe enemy movements without raising an alarm. It was like having the ultimate reconnaissance tool. The psychological impact was immense. Years of hypervigilance began to recede. The constant adrenaline rush subsided. I had to remind myself that the danger hadn't vanished, only my visibility to it. This state wasn't something I could control. It was a fundamental alteration of how I was perceived by those who posed a threat. It was a strange and powerful new reality, one that had undeniably changed the game.